Hey there, I'm Bruce St. James. She's Pamela Hughes. He's Rob Hunter. And these are the stories people are talking about on Thursday. We call it the playlist.
Track 1.
6 more weeks of winter. Yes, that's right. We're going to have to suffer through 75 and sunny days around here. Well, at least for your friends that live in cold weather climates. That's according to Punxsutawney Phil, who saw his shadow this morning in some godforsaken place out in Pennsylvania. It's the 100th time he has seen his shadow since 1886. You'll remember Bill Murray's Groundhog's Day movie actually increased the popularity of the event. Now, can you get this? 15,000 people show up every year to watch Phil make his prediction. And I don't know if you've seen this. You can flip a coin and you'd be more accurate than Punxsutawney Phil.
Listen, I've been to Gobbler's Knob, all right? I've got the T-shirt to prove
Never
it.
admit that in public.
Okay? It's a good time.
Gobbler's Knob?
It's called Gobbler's Knob, all right? And they've got the little stump where, they pull the groundhog out.
Stupid.
Hey, listen, the Steelers aren't in the Super Bowl this year. What else are people going to celebrate? They
Pirates
need an excuse, and this is it.
I'm going to refer to Ron White when he talks about hunting.
Yeah.
It's early, it's cold, and I just don't want to go.
I've done that too.
That would sum it up for me about
Bingo.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah.
Track 2.
All right, so is Facebook really worth more than Kraft Foods?
Weird.
Yeah, with their IPO filing, it very well could be. Now, one technology consultant says Facebook's IPO marks another stage of the internet evolution. Mm-hmm. It made almost $4 billion in revenue last year, $1 billion in profit.
Hello.
Yeah, the social networking company is still much smaller than Google in terms of, total revenue, but a lot are saying large growth and more money is spent on advertising on Facebook. Some speculating with going public, Facebook will create 1,000 millionaires.
Wow.
And it's hard to put it in terms of is it worth more than someone, say, like Kraft Foods or Caterpillar was another one they were talking about. But the connectivity of 800 million people probably leads that to be, even if it's just advertising on the sides, that's a whole lot of people you can connect to at one time if you're Facebook.
I don't know if you saw the story about the guy that Sean Parker, when he was president of Facebook years and years ago, hired to come in and paint the walls. He wanted some artwork on the walls, and he said, "You want me to pay you a couple grand, or do you want some stock?" The guy said, "I'll take some stock." It looks like he's going to cash out at about $200 million if the estimates are right for painting the walls of Facebook.
Fantastic.
Not a bad gig if you can find it.
Track 3.
So the U.S. role in Afghanistan is changing once again. This is according to Defense Secretary Leon Panetta. He says by mid to late 2013, the U.S. combat mission could basically end there. U.S. troops would then shift to like an advisory role.
Really?
And that would be helping to train Afghani troops and police. But Panetta did say, to top it all off, the United States has a long-term committed presence there.
Loophole.
Talking out both sides of your mouth. Listen, I wish we were gone tomorrow. I just wouldn't tell the bad guys when we're leaving. To me, it flies in the face of so much military strategy. There is no more mission in Afghanistan, and it's certainly not winnable as any definition of winning.
Yeah, and I wonder how big is the shift going to be from combat role to assistance role, and is it really, really going to change much for troops on the ground there? I just don't have faith in that, guys.
Track 4.
Well, the death toll now stands at 79. Is that what I got correct here?
Yep.
That's after riots broke out at a soccer match in Egypt. Egypt's most popular team lost in a pretty big upset. Fans of both teams stormed the pitch, as they say in soccer, overwhelming police and security forces. A lot of the deaths came from people that were trampled or crushed as folks came down out of the stands onto the field. Really ugly scene.
We've got 1,000 people that were hurt as well on top of the 79 that have been killed. Put this into perspective, guys. Less people died on the cruise ship that crashed in Italy than at a soccer match. Sad.
Unrest and Egypt are going together. And let me give you a pointer, too. I learned this from Bear Grylls from the Discovery Channel.
What
if
haven't
you're ever
you
in a
learned from
crowd
Bear?
and you fall down like this, grab somebody's shirt and pull yourself up. Do not stand on the ground. Do whatever you can to pull yourself up. So that's just, in case you're at a soccer game in Egypt and the riot breaks out, write that one down.
I got it down.
Yeah, baby.
Track 5.
Oh, and then there was one. What do they say? One is the loneliest number. Yeah, especially in this case. See, an entire town in Spain bought lotto tickets.
Got it.
Except for one guy. Yeah, he was a little overlooked. Go figure, the town won.
Yeah.
Yeah, every household will split $130,000. except for Costas Misakaktis.
That's close enough.
There we go.
Man.
That worked.
How bad do you feel, not only if you're the town, because it was like an overlook, they just went around, they said, hey, let's, because the lottery was like 950 million, Spanish, I don't even know what do they use in Spain. Spanish, Euro, I don't know what it is.
Drachma?
Yeah, who knows at this point. So I don't know how much money it comes out to be, but I would take it, and you're the only guy on the little town looking around going, damn, I could have had a new Porsche.
It's like the office pool, yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm on Costas' side. Here's why. I don't play those office pools because the only thing that would upset me more than missing out is winning a $100 million deal and having to split it with 7,500 other people. To hell with that. If I can't have it all, I don't want any of it. I admit it. I'm selfish. I don't like to share.
Track 6.
So who's it going to be? Newt, Mitt? Nobody really seems to know at this point. And we're talking, of course, about Donald Trump and who he's going to endorse. It first came out yesterday that Donald was going to hold a press conference in Vegas and he was going to back Newt Gingrich.
I heard that.
But then, as the night progressed into the morning, everybody's saying he's now going to endorse Mitt Romney. And either way, is that something you really want? Do you really want the Donald pitching for you to become president of the United States?
If I was running for president and Donald Trump announced he was going to hold a press conference to announce his endorsement, I would beg him not to endorse me. I would think less of any candidate who thought Donald Trump's endorsement meant anything. I put it up there with Snooki and Kim Kardashian's endorsements.
You know what? I put it up there with any other endorsement. I don't care. I don't look to celebrities, politicians, regular people for endorsements. I look to what matters to me, and anybody that looks at an endorsement as a credence as to who they should vote for needs to do a little bit more research, especially when it's the Donald.
Bigger problems. All right, thank you very much. That is the playlist. It happens at 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30. You can join us every weekday at those times for the playlist.